As the world is changing right now, there are certain ways that you need to be aware that investing can work for you. Hey, this is CeoTrades, where money works for you. I recently read the book, The Changing World Order by Ray Dalio, and this book has immense information which Ray Dalio has prepared to teach us the importance of going over history. Why is it important? Because it repeats itself. And this book gives us a good amount of information on how we can relate to what's going on around the world and how it can be applied to our investing practices. So today I want to look at 7 different crypto coins and how the changing world order can reflect information that's going on into each of these. So let's look at Dogecoin first and see how Dogecoin has been handling. You can see here, this is a daily chart right here, and you can see that back since February 29th or so, January 29th, that it was around 14 cents Dogecoin, and guess where it's at right now? Around 14 cents. It did fluctuate, it went up, and then it went back down, and it's back to where it started. In those last 3 months, you haven't been missing a lot. But if you look at the bigger picture, this is what really happened since April of last year, 2021. It was at a high of 70 cents or so, 72 cents, and it's gone way down to 14 cents. Will it go down? Well, this is one of the things that's happening right now. Today, it was announced that Elon Musk invested in Twitter almost 9 to 10%, making him the large majority individual owner. Isn't that wonderful? He can pump whatever he needs to pump on there for his own methods, and I hope that he will leave some money for us as well. Doge is expected to go up with this news. I expect Doge to go up within April and May at least to 40 cents or so. I could be wrong, but that is my perspective on Dogecoin right now. As you can see that since it started when it was at around 0.005 back in 2020, it went up to about 3 cents, which is when I started purchasing some of it, and then I purchased some more, and then I sold some, and then I repurchased, and that's the name of the game. If you hold on, look, you missed taking some gains up here, and that is the name of the game. You've got to take some gains. If you just park your money, then guess what? Somebody else is going to move it for you. Somebody is going to take your gains. Now, this is Shiba Inu, and this is another play on the Dogecoin. Shiba Inu has, you can see, since around January 29th or so, has pretty much a similar move right in here. This one was down at 0.402, and now it's at 0.402, but it's higher now. It's at least 25% higher than what it was in January. And that needs also, you can't tell by the numbers. You'd have to look at it even very closely. And since 2020s, or this one started in 2021 actually, it was as it started at 0.40 and a 5, and then it went up to 0.408. It hasn't gone back up. Again, it's the same situation here. If you take some gains, then you know what we're talking about. But if you don't take some gains, somebody else is going to take them for you. You see that big downhill. This one's also expected to go up somewhere to that 0.404, somewhere in that range, maybe even a little bit higher to the 5. Hopefully, the higher it goes, the better it is. And that will depend on what's happening around the world. Decentraland Mana. Mana is one of the plays on what's going on with Facebook. Mana here, you can see since around last January or so. Well, this is February actually. Here we go, the 30th. It's gone up because it was at 230, 230ish. It's at 250ish now, and that is at least a 10% gain since then. But you missed the big part up here. Now, is that wrong in itself? It depends. Some people want to keep holding until they see it double, triple, quadruple, or more. But that can mean that you might have to hold on for much longer. You see that it did happen. It did, from when it was at 70-ish cent level, 80-cent level. It went up to $5 once, twice, 5.80. That would have meant a 5 to 6 time turnaround, 600% turnaround, and that would have been awesome for whoever cashed in anywhere in this level in here, anywhere from the $4 level above would have cashed in, and now they could have repurchased at a lower level, somewhere in the $1.60 range, either here or in the $2.50 range, somewhere in here, and that's where it's at right now. Avalanche, AVAX, AVAX, this one has increased since January, and you can see when it was down at 68 and it's at 91. This is good for long term. I believe it's going to go back up into the hundreds, just as it was back in 2021, December, which was about 5 months ago or less. And will it go back up? Yes, it will. Do I know when that's going to happen? No. We invest until the market demands meet the supply. And when that happens, then it starts to turn around, and it reaches up to that level right there. ADA Cardano, you can see that back on January 31st, it was somewhere around $1.02. It's at $1.17, which is about just a little over 10% gain. It did dip way into the 78 cents range just about 2 months ago or so, or a month ago, less than a month ago, and now it's up to $1.17. That would have been a good gain there. Ethereum is also has had some gains since January 31st, when it was somewhere around 2,400. Now it's at 3,400. That's a great amount to be gained there, at least 30%, if not more. I'd say 40% is what it was gained, 45%. That is wonderful. That is wonderful. Congrats to some of you who are holding. If you are still going to keep holding, that's the highest it's been since January, but it was way up almost at $5,000 level back in 2021, November. And will it go up there? I'd say it's going to go up to at least the mid to high 4,000 level. I could be wrong, but in April or May, expect this to happen. Bitcoin also is expected to make a move into the 50-ish range, maybe 53, maybe 55,000 or more, and maybe even getting up to that 68,000 level that it just reached several weeks ago back in November of 2021. Are these good to hold for the long term? There is never a perfect time to purchase in, but considering that the Salvadorian president Bukele purchased a lot of these in the 50,000 range, I'd say you're better off than he is in reference to making some purchase now and holding, because that's what most people are doing. Now, what you haven't noticed is that a lot of these coins have increased, and it's because of what is mentioned in the book, The World Changing Order. What do I mean by that? Many people invest in traditional investments, but then when there is talk of war, when there is talk of scarcity, when there is talk of rationing or what other types of words are used in reference to creating a fear basis on investing just in general and limiting supplies to certain countries, it creates a nervous wreck for a lot of people. So people start to sell, number one. And if you notice in stocks, a lot of people sold. A lot of the companies were sold. But then certain stocks are picking up. And the same thing with crypto. Crypto, since if you look into it, a lot of the precious metals have gone up. Some gas, some energy companies have gone up. And I can just show you one of them right now. But there are many that are going up right now. A lot of energy stocks and a lot of stocks that most people would not consider purchasing. I'm invested in one of them and it's going up, and two of them are going up, and I'm invested in an airline. That one's going up as well, and it seems to be holding. That is very important because it shows that although times are uncertain and we don't know what's going to happen, what this is the reality is that when there are sanctions placed on war countries, things start to change. There's a new world order on the rise, and it is described in this book, in Ray Dalio's The Changing World Order. If you want to know more of how to invest, considering what's going on in the world in the last 500-600 years Ray Dalio gives you an idea of how to look into this and where we're at right now. Right now, there's a lot of sanctioning, and it's just before big war happens. Sanctioning is a precursor to war. It is just a way that has been going around for many, many centuries on how governments handle their business when it comes to war. Is this the beginning of war? Is this the end of war? I don't know, but the reality is the reality. A lot of people have lost their lives in these wars, and that is a sad truth. But the reality is there is money to be made on the other side of that. Investing is a way to make money. If you're not certain where to invest, then you need to find some group that you can join that can give you some leads. Most probably you will have to invest in that, because getting leads where you're going to be able to make some money requires an investment of money. So this is CeoTrades. If you want to double your bank account, why don't you invest in your knowledge account? Maybe join our Telegram group, and find out ways you can invest in specific stocks and make certain trades according to what other people are stating in there that have led to solid returns. So this is CeoTrades signing off until tomorrow, where we're going to look at some of the information that is released in the changing world order that affects these stocks besides sanctions. Take care.